Okay, so in this problem, it says suppose that x and y vary inversely. Write the function that models its inverse variation, then graph the function and find y when x is 10. So we're going to go through all 4 of our steps again. So we know that it is inverse variation because it says varies inversely. So our variation rule is going to be y equals k over x. So now our second step is to find k. So how am I going to find k? Well, over here on the side, they've given me values to use for x and y. Now again, remember, these are values that are always changing. It's going to change again whenever x changes to 10. So the only way I can find out y when x is 10 is to find out that constant of variation. So I'm going to sub in. So I know x has a value of 2 and y has a value of -4. So I'm going to set it up and I'm going to replace -4 is equal to k over 2. Okay, so if you remember, because it's inverse variation, division, to undo division, I have to multiply. So I'm going to multiply these two. 4 times -2 is -8. So k is -8. So now I know what k is. So my third step is to write my function rule. So my function rule is y equals -8 over x. So there's my function rule. X's and y changes, but the one thing that never changes is the -8. So step 4, I'm going to go back up to the directions because remember how it says to find y when x is 10? So y is what I'm looking for, and I know that x has a value of 10, so I'm going to sub in. Y is equal to -8 divided by 10, and I can simplify that. So y is equal to -4 over 5. And if you want to use it as a decimal, it's -0.8. Now, it also said to graph this function. So I'm going to set up my coordinate plane. Because it's inverse variation, I already know the idea of what it's going to look like. It's a rational function. But I can use a table of values, and I can use numbers that are divisible by -8 to help. But I also want to make sure that I'm using both positives and negatives. So I can use numbers like -8, -4, -2, -1, zero, then +1, +2, +4, +8. And again, I just chose numbers that were divisible by 8. So -8 divided by -8 is going to give me +1. -8 divided by -4, +2. -8 divided by -2, +4. -8 divided by -1, +8. -8 divided by 0 is undefined. -8 divided by 1, -8. -8 divided by 2 is -4. -8 divided by 4, -2. -8 divided by 8, -1. So now I want to graph. So -8, 1. negative 4, 2, negative 2, 4, negative 1, 8, and do you see the curved look? And then let's graph the other side. So 1, negative 8. 2, negative 4. 4, negative 2. And 8, negative 1. And so we have just graphed the function y equals negative 8 over x. And we have a rational function, and this is inverse variation.